Greetings to you in the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Let's look at Daniel chapter 3. In this chapter, you can find that a king called Nebuchadnezzar, he made an image of gold. Then you can see that he gave a decree that everyone must bow before that idol. But Daniel's friends disobeyed the king. That is, we are talking about Shadrach, Meshach and Abednego. We'll see how they were put into the fiery furnace. They went through the trial in that fiery furnace and how God delivered them out of that fiery furnace. And we see how that transformed the life of King Nebuchadnezzar. Now let's turn to Daniel chapter 3 verse 1 to 30. Okay. Nebuchadnezzar the king made an image of gold whose height was 60 cubits and its width 6 cubits. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. So the king, he made a statue. It was an image of gold, and the height was 60 cubits and its width was 6 cubits. And where was it located? It was set up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Verse 2, and King Nebuchadnezzar sent word to gather together the satraps, the administrators, the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the judges, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces to come to the dedication of the image which King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. So what was it? So it was an image, and it was instituted by King Nebuchadnezzar, and he had instructed every person who was under him, that is satraps, the administrators, governors, counselors, treasurers, judges, magistrates, and all the officials of the province to come to the dedication for the dedication service of this image. In verse 3, so the satraps, the administrators, the governors, the counselors, the treasurers, the judges, the magistrates, and all the officials of the provinces gathered together for the dedication of the image that King Nebuchadnezzar had set up, and they stood before the image that Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Verse 4, then a herald cried aloud, to you it is commanded, O peoples, nations and languages, that at the time you hear the sound of the horn, flute, harp, lyre, and psaltery in symphony with all kinds of music, you shall fall down and worship the gold image the king Nebuchadnezzar has set up. And whoever does not fall down and worship shall be cast immediately into the midst of a burning fiery furnace. So at the time when all the people heard the sound of the horn, flute, harp and lyre in symphony with all kinds of music, and the people, nations and languages fell down and worshipped the gold image which King Nebuchadnezzar had set up. Look at the situation. So the king, he made an image. It was made of gold. It was 60 cubits in height and 6 cubits in width. He set it up in the plain of Dura in the province of Babylon. Then he ordered all the satraps, governors, and the judges, the treasurers, the administrators, everybody to gather. And there it was proclaimed that when each and every person, people of all languages, people of all classes, they should bow before the idol. They must fall flat and worship the idol when they hear the sound of the sound of the harp, of horn, or flute, or lyre. My dear friends, this was what Nebuchadnezzar instituted, but it was a challenge against God, because it goes directly against God's commandment. It is God who has instituted a law or a command, with the first command that thou shalt have no other God. Thou shalt not bow before any graven image. Look at this. This goes directly against the statutes, the commandment of the Lord. Now let's go to the second part and see what happened there. Daniel's friends, they disobey the king.